Zion Williamson is one of the most athletic players ever, but since he's made it to the NBA, it's been injury after injury, causing him to miss over 50% of his games. But what if we could rewind time and make sure Zion never gets injured? Would he go on to be the new face of the NBA? But really quickly, before we find that out, I'd like to introduce you to this app called Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is a DFS fantasy app in which you can choose to go higher or lower on certain players. And with the NBA and the NFL coming up soon, it is the best time to sign up. Me personally, I make most of my cash off of the NBA. Just look at these slips, y'all. But the best thing for you is if you sign up using code WAVE, you're gonna get a 100% deposit match on your first deposit. So this means if you throw in 10, you'll actually receive 20. If you throw in 100, you'll actually receive $200. And I will be doing a $100 giveaway for anybody that signs up using my code and makes their first deposit. So make sure y'all screenshot it if y'all do it and drop a comment down below. The link for Underdog Fantasy will be down in the description and in the comments, or you can just download it on the App Store. Y'all boys don't forget to use code WAVY, and let's hop into the vid. It's June 20th, 2019, and the New Orleans Pelicans draft Zion Williamson with the #1 pick. And before he played any games at all, I made sure to turn up every single durability stat to 99. And while not having to worry about injuries, Zion will go on to dominate his rookie year, averaging 25, 8, and 3. And with a healthy Brandon Ingram, Drew Holiday, and Lonzo Ball to help out Zion, the Pelicans secured the AC, making the playoffs. But sadly, Zion and the Pelicans would run into an experienced Clippers team, and their playoff run will be cut short. But even with the Pelicans not going very far at all, Zion was already proving himself by taking home the Rookie of the Year trophy. Going into the next season, Zion really started to establish that leadership role aside of Brandon Ingram. And with Zion's athleticism and Brandon Ingram's scoring ability, the two would lead the Pelicans to a 46-36 record, securing the 5th seed for the playoff. And in the first round, Zion would run into a Nuggets team led by Jokic and Murray. But a healthy Zion just turned out to be too much for the Nuggets, and they eliminate them in 6. But now Zion and the Pelicans will be up against the same Clippers team that eliminated them last year. And after the Clippers started off the series up 2-0, I thought it might be the same result. But in the next 4 games, Zion was out for revenge.
Williamson looking for the lob. Zion's there. Making Zion. Look out!
And just like that, Zion is going to the Western Conference Finals. Dropping 54 and 11 on 21 of 25 shooting in only your second playoffs is crazy. But now Zion would face his toughest matchup yet. A Rockets team led by Russell Westbrook and James Harden, who had just dominated Game 6 themselves. Westbrook and Harden are apparently just losing their minds in the playoffs. I hope Zion's ready for that. Zion, in fact, would not be ready for Russell Westbrook and James Harden, as they was just too much for the Pelicans. And in just 4 games, the Rockets would be sending Zion home. To start Zion's 3rd season, he was now a 90 overall. And things were looking up for the Pelicans as they were developing a very strong young core. Zion would have his best season yet, averaging 28 and 9. And with his teammates playing better than ever, they would finish the season 53 and 29, securing the 3rd seed. But with Jokic and Murray looking for revenge and a newly added Bobo, they absolutely dominated the Pelicans. And no matter how many points Zion dropped, they just could not win a game. And it seemed this was the story for the next season as well. After losing Drew Holiday and Jonas Valanciunas over the summer, it was clear that the Pelicans are missing out on a defensive core. And while Zion was playing MVP caliber basketball, his team would continue to suck and they would only win 19 games. And to my surprise, after only 1 season of missing the playoffs, Zion had had enough. And next thing you know, Zion was on the Houston Rockets teaming up with a young Tyler Hero. And it seems Zion had found his perfect fit for the moment, as his points per game would explode, averaging 32 points on 70% shooting. It was clear that Zion was not only the best scorer in the league, but the most efficient by far. And with solid pieces around him, he'd end up right back in the playoffs, where he'd be matched up against the Blazers that for some reason had LeBron James. Zion and the Rockets would start off the series by going down 0-1, but they would quickly bounce back, winning the next 4 games. Round 2 would be up against the Kings, who now had James Harden. Harden was scoring per usual, but with no one to stop Zion, he was dominating the paint. And after just 4 games, the Rockets would be moving on. So Zion had made it back to the Western Conference Finals, but kinda in a KD-ish way. If y'all remember from earlier, the Rockets actually eliminated Zion from the Western Conference Finals, and now he is on the Rockets and back here again. I guess it ain't too bad though, cause Harden ain't even here and Russell Westbrook's getting old at this point. But now Zion would be up against Damian Lillard and the Thunder, who was also trying to still get his first ring. But Zion Zion came out game 1 dropping 53 points and 11 rebounds, showing he is the best player in the world right now. And with no elite paint protectors on the Thunder, Zion just continued to bully his way through the series. And before you know it, the Rockets had a 3-1 lead and they were 1 game away from the final. And in game 5, Zion would have another dominant game, sending the Thunder home. Finally, the moment Zion's been waiting for is here. Not only had he had his best season yet, but he was absolutely dominating the playoffs so far. And Zion's playoff performance might be considered the greatest ever, averaging 37 points and 9 rebounds on 82% shooting. But none of that would matter without the ring. And in game 1, both teams came out firing. The Wizards had a young athletic core who was absolutely dominating the fast break. But with Zion and Tyler Hero taking over for the Rockets, it was a close game the whole way. And with the score tied with only a minute and 30 seconds left, I had to hop in. A minute and 29 seconds left. Amen Thompson has the ball. Tyler Hero is on him. He's driving in behind the back. That's good deep right there. He has nowhere to go. It looks like they're going for the pick and roll here. He pulls up. Oh, he missed it. Tyler Hero has the ball. He's jabbing. James Wiseman is guarding him. That's not the matchup I want to see, Tyler. And now James Wiseman is... Oh my God, Tyler got the steal. Let's go. Oh my goodness. I don't know who that is. That's Blake Griffin. Good dunk. Amen has the ball over to James Wiseman. They need a bucket. Over to Bagley. Bagley has the ball in the corner. He shoots a 3. He missed. After a timeout, it looks like Zion's getting the ball and he's getting fouled. Come on, Zion. Can you make the first one? Let's go. Zion, this could ice the game right here. You got to make it. Let's go, Zion. I don't know if they're going to go for a 3 or not. They're wasting a whole lot of time. Here comes the pick. He don't pull up for a 3. He passes up a wide open layup. They give the ball back to him. He shoots a 3 this time. It's a break. With 6.2 seconds left, it looks like the game is over and Griffin is making his free throw. One more free throw, Blake Griffin, and that game is over with. Can he make it? Yes, sir. And after a super close game, Zion and the Rockets took game 1. Game 2 will be another super close game until Zion absolutely took over in the 4th quarter, leading the Rockets to a game 2 win. And game 3 would pretty much be the same story. A good start for the Wizards, but they just didn't have enough experience to finish it all. And Zion was now just 1 game away from winning his first ring. But even with Zion dropping 54 points and 10 rebounds, the Rockets would end up losing, and now they're going back to Houston. And after a long battle, the Rockets only had a 6-point lead with a minute left. The Rockets got a 6-point lead and Thompson's got the ball. He dishes it to Wiseman and that's a lay. But can Tyler Hero or Zion respond right here? It looks like they're gonna go for the same thing. Never mind, he's clearing out. Throws it over to Zion. Oh, Wiseman, good layup. Zion has 39 points on 77% shooting right now. This is crazy. Thompson's backing it out. He's going to the right side. It looks like they might be going for the same play. He's just gonna drive in and lay it up right over him. 48 seconds left and Zion's got the ball with Wiseman guarding him. He's not passing this. It don't look like. He's just gonna drive it straight in. He misses, gets the board, back out. Over the Hero, it looks like he's gonna shoot the 3, and he missed it. Blake Griffin gets the board, and they're getting fouled. Oh my goodness, those are some clutch rebounds, and Blake Griffin makes the free throw. This happened last time we hopped into the game too. Blake Griffin was shooting free throws, and he made them both. Can he do it again? Yes, sir. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the Wizards are gonna have to speed it up right here. They need something crazy right now. He didn't take the open 3. It looks like they might go for a 2. He stopped. That's good defense right there. He's back out to Peyton, back over to Reddish. Reddish is actually injured. He's getting clipped. They're wasting too much time. That's good D. No, he still made it. Zion is not going to be shooting the free throws. He's passing the ball in and they're fouling Hero. Now, Hero's a shooter, so these should both be cash. I ain't gonna lie. That's an easy free throw and it's good. And just like that, the game is pretty much secured. He made them both. At this point, the Wizards would need Tracy McGrady to win this game. He actually got open. He missed, thank God. And at this point, the time is just gonna run out. Zion Williamson won a championship. Zion finished the playoffs averaging 34, 11, and 5 on 73% shooting. And it would go down in history as one of the best playoff performances there ever was. Zion now had an NBA championship under his belt as well as a finals MVP. And even though he never made it back to the finals again, he would continue to dominate the league for a pretty long while. Forcing Zion to stay healthy clearly helped him become one of the best players in the world. But But what if I took the best ball handler in the world and made him taller? Click this video right here to find out what it'd be like if Kyrie was 6'9".